welcome back to Time to Go. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a watch from a brand I've been interested in picking up for quite some time, and I finally got my hands on one. Before we jump into that though, today I am wearing my Seiko SKX. Now I have this on for a reason, and at the end of the video I'll explain a little bit more. The watch in question though is the Orient Blue Ray. I have to say I am very pleasantly surprised by this watch. It's a great quality watch. Let's spin the camera around though and take a closer look at the Orient. Alright, so let's start this off by getting some of the specs out of the way. First of all, this watch is just a little bit over 41 millimeters in case width, which is kind of nice. Most of my divers are 43 to 45 millimeters, so it's nice to have something a little bit smaller. The thickness is 13 millimeters. We are looking at a 47 millimeter lug to lug and a 22 millimeter lug width, which gives you lots of options for swapping out straps. I currently have a Barton quick release rubber strap on here, very comfortable strap. The water resistance is 200 meters, and we are looking at a hardened mineral crystal. The movement in the Orient Ray here is the Orient caliber 46943. It has about a 40-hour power reserve, and on wrist it's keeping time to about plus 6 to 10 seconds a day for me. Now this movement is non-hacking and non-hand winding, which would have been nice, but for this price point you can't have everything. The dial is a very nice deep blue that really pops in the sunlight. It has a nice sunburst effect, as you can see here. In lower lighting though, it's much more subdued. It almost looks black, and I recently had this on vacation and would wear it through the day doing different activities, but was also able to pull it off in the evening in more dressier situations, so it's a pretty versatile watch. At 3 o'clock we have a day date window. It is framed nicely with stainless steel. The hour markers are also framed in stainless steel and are applied with a heavy dose of lume. The hands as well as the pip at the 60-minute mark are also lumed. The lume is very bright, and although it fades after a little while, it is visible all night long. The bezel has an aluminum insert. It's the same color as the dial, and it's a 120 click unidirectional bezel. It is a little on the stiff side, to be honest with you. It has next to no play. There is no issues with alignment either. Yeah, the only problem with this bezel for me, it is on the stiff side, although it seems to be getting a little easier the longer I have owned it and used it. So I guess it's breaking in a little bit now. So just to touch on the date function just for a minute here, the date on this watch is set the same as most other watches. You pull the crown out to the first position and make your adjustment. The day, on the other hand, with this watch is a little bit different. There's a pusher, a screw down pusher at the 2 o'clock position here, and that is for adjusting the day. So I'll just show you here. You unscrew the pusher and make your adjustments like so. Also, I have to point out the crown, which is signed with the Orient logo, that is screwed down as well and is protected by these crown guards. This crown is very easy to use. It is very easy to unscrew and screw back in and adjust your time and date. The case is nicely brushed on the top portion of the watch. It is polished on the sides to quite a nice finish, and if I flip it over to the case back here, it is polished on the outer portion of the case back and brushed on the center portion and etched with a really cool dolphin logo. Now let me just try it on for you guys for a quick second. So I have to say I am seriously impressed with this watch. The only two faults that I could really find with it were, number one, the bezel being a little on the stiffer side, although like I mentioned before, that seems to be loosening up a little bit over time. Also, the pusher at the 2 o'clock position, at first I wasn't sure how I felt about that. It's starting to grow on me, and it kind of gives this watch a little bit of personality. Other than that, everything is just fantastic with it. I'm very happy with it and plan to feature more Orients on the channel in the future. So let's spin the camera back around and we'll wrap up today's video. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. Before I let you go though, I did mention that I was wearing my SKX for a reason today, and the reason is I'm going to be putting together a comparison video between the Orient Ray and the SKX, so look out for that. Also, a few days back, I picked up another really cool watch, so there will be a review of that one coming out soon. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll leave a link in the description below. You might be able to catch a shot or two of that watch. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.